Hello everyone and welcome to IP Study lecture video. Today I am going to take chapter number 7 of grade 7 and the name of the chapter is Simple Equations. So here let us discuss about the topics that we are going to cover in this lecture. First of all, we will discuss about what is an equation. Secondly, we will discuss about what is a linear equation. Then we will discuss about different methods how to solve linear equations, and towards the end of the session we will discussing about practical application of linear equation in our life. So without wasting our time, let's start the session. So first of all, let's see what is an equation. What is an equation? So basically an equation is a statement. An equation is a statement that involves some variables as well as a sign of equals to. So if I write x plus 2 is equals to 5. So this is an equation. How come? Here we can see we have a variable over here. We have an operator and on both the side of this equal sign we have numbers, right? So the degree of this variable is 1, right? So whenever we are dealing with an equation, a kind of equation like this having highest degree 1, on any variable, we called it a linear equation, right? So now let's see how to convert a linear equation into a statement or a statement into a linear equation. For that, let me take an example for you. Here what we have to do, we have to convert this equation into a statement. So x plus 6 is equals to 12, right? So what sign we have over here? We have a plus sign. It means that we are doing addition. We have one variable, one constant, or simply a number. So what we can write? We can say when 6 is added to x, we get 12. Okay? So this is how we can express this equation into a statement. Now, let's do the reverse of this. Instead of, expressing an equation into a statement, let's convert a statement into an equation. So let's take example number 2, first part. It is saying the sum of a and 6 is 18. So from the statement we have two things, a and 6. And it is saying sum. It means that we have to add these two, and is equals to, and we have 18. So the equation will be a plus 6 equals to 18, right? Now, let's move on to the next topic. Let's see how to find out, solution of a linear equation. So we have different method. So let's discuss the first method, that is trial and error method. So in this method, what we are going to do, we make a guess of the root of the equation. We will guess the variable value so that both left hand side and right hand side become equal. When it happens, then the value that we have guessed is said to be the correct value of the variable. Okay, so let's take an example. Here we have 3x plus 24 is equals to 6x. So can you see this table over here? So what we are doing? We are taking the value of x from 0 to 8, right? And we are putting the value of x in the given expression and we are checking if the left hand side is equals to right hand side. So let's take the first one. The expression is 3x plus 24 is equals to 6x. So what I'm doing over here, I'm putting x is equals to 0. So let's check what happened if I put x is equals to 0 in this expression. So 3 into 0 plus 24 is equals to 6 into 0. So 3 into 0 is 0 plus 24 is equals to 0. Is 24 equivalent to 0? No. It means that I cannot take this value, right? Now let's take another value. What we have? We have x is equals to 1. So like we put x is equals to 0 in this expression, what we will do? We will put x is equals to 1 in this expression and check if left hand side is equals to right hand side. When I do so, I will get 27 as my left hand side and 6 as my right hand side. Since left hand side is not equal to right hand side, I cannot take this value also. Now we will move on to the next value. Let's take x equals to 2. If I put x is equals to 2 in this expression, what I will get? I will get 30 as left hand side and 12 as 30 as left hand side and 12 as right hand side. Since LHS is not equal to RHS, I cannot take this value as well. So what I will do, I will move on to the next value. So the next value is 3. Now let me put x is equals to 3 and find out what will be my left hand side and right hand side. So when I put x is equals to 3, I will get 33 as left hand side and 18 as right hand side. Again, since left hand side is not equal to right hand side, I will not consider this value. Hence, this value is ignored again. Now, let's move on to the next value. The next value is 4. What I will do, I will put the value of x equals to 4 in the given expression and check left hand side and right hand side. What I will get, 36 as left hand side, 24 as right hand side. Again, since both the values are not equal, we cannot consider this value. So I put a cross over here. When we move on to the next value, that is 5, on checking left hand side and right hand side, again both are not equal. Again this value is also ignored, and we keep on trying until and unless we get left hand side and right hand side both are equal to one another. So according to this example, when I put x is equals to 8 in the given expression, I will get right hand side and left hand side both equals to 48. As on putting x is equals to 8 in the given expression, I get left hand side equals to right hand side, that is equals to 48. Hence, I will consider this value as my result. So, for the given expression, 3x plus 24 is equals to 6x. What is the value of x? The value of x will be 8. Why? Because when I put x is equals to 8 in the given expression, my left hand side and right hand side for this equation will become equal, right? So this is one method. This method is called trial and error method, where you are keep on guessing the value of your variable until and unless you will get a value that makes the left hand side and right hand side of the given equations equal. I hope you have understood this example. Now, let's move on to the another method, that is transposition method. So here what we will do, we can take any term of the equation from one side to the another side with change in sign. This is very, very important. We need to keep this thing in our mind while doing this method. Whenever we are taking any term or any expression from one side to another side, then the sign will be changed. So we will check this, how we are going to do it. Let's take an example over here. What we have? We have 4x plus 9 is equals to 3x plus 18, right? In order to solve this, what I will do, I will put the variable together and numbers together, right? So on the left hand side I have 4x and right hand side I have 3x. I will take this 3x to left hand side. When I do so, here 3x is plus, it will become minus on moving from right hand side to left hand side. So 4x minus 3x, right? We have this expression in the left hand side. Now what is left in the right hand side? 18 is left. And again on the left hand side we have 9. We will take this to right hand side. When I do so, this plus 9 will become minus 9. So what I left with on left hand side? When 4x is subtracted, when 3x is subtracted from 4x, we will get x only. And what is over here? 18 minus 9? 9. So what is the result? The result will be x is equals to 9. So student, this is the second method that we have discussed just now. So in transposition method, what we are doing, in order to find out the value of an unknown in a linear equation, we are just shifting one term from one side to the another side, and while doing so, we have to change the sign. This is something, very important that we need to keep in our mind while doing so. So I hope this method is very clear to you. Now let's move on to the next topic and see what is the next topic. Now, we can have one more method to solve linear equation beside transposition method and trial and error method. So what is that? Let me take an example quickly and show the steps that we are going to have while using this method. So let's take an example over here. We have 25 plus 5x equals to minus 5, So you can add same number on both the side to eliminate one from one side. So suppose I have 25 over here, right? And I want to, just eliminate this 25 and shift it to the right hand side. So instead of doing, transposition, what I will do, this is 25, right? This is plus, positive 25. So what I will do, I will subtract 25 on both the side. So 25 minus 25 plus 5x equals to minus 5 minus 25. So here what I have done, I have subtracted 25 from both the side, right? So what is the result? The result will be 5x equals to minus 30, right? Now, in order to find out this variable x, what I will do, I can see here 5 is multiplying with x. So what I will do, I will divide the whole expression by 5 so that this 5 will get eliminated from left hand side. So what I will do, I will divide both left hand side and right hand side by the same number, that is 5. So I will write 5x divided by 5. In the same way, minus 30 divided by 5, right? So 5 ones are 5. So I'll write x over here because only x is left. Any number multiplied with 1, we know that we get the same number. That is, I'm writing x over here. So we are left with x only on the left hand side. Now check on the right hand side. So we know that in the table of 5, we get 36 times, right? So x is equals to minus 6 on solving this expression. So this is my result. I hope this is very clear to you, this method. This is very interesting. So instead of, transposing the numbers from one side to the another side, we have seen many a times people forgot to change the sign. So for them, it is a good method where you have to multiply, divide, subtract or add the same numbers on both the sides in order to find out the value of the unknown in any linear equation. So students, I hope the methods we have discussed so far are very much clear to you. First of all, we have discussed about trial and error method where we were guessing the values of variable in order to find out the value of this linear equation. In the second method, we saw we were transposing the numbers, or we are transposing the terms from one side to the another side and changing the sign. In the third method, what we have done, we are multiplying, dividing, adding or subtracting the same number on both the side so that we can have the unknown value of a linear equation. Now let's move on to the next topic, and the next topic is application of simple equation to practical situation. So here we are going to take word problems dealing with linear equation. So let me take an example over here. Let's see how to solve these equations and find out the value of unknown. Here, let's take this example number 1. So what this example is saying, the sum of half a number and 9 is 27. Find the number. So student, whenever you are dealing with these type of word problem, the first thing is always write whatever is given to you. So here what we have to find out, we have to find out the number, right? So let's suppose that number be x. So let's say, let the number be x, right? Now, what is the first condition given to you? The sum of half of a number and 9. So you have to take half of this number and 9. And since we are talking about sum, so what sign I have to put? I have to put a sign of plus over here. Now, what is the sum? The sum is also given. It is 27. Now, I got my linear equation. What is my next step? Now to solve it, right? Now, how we are going to solve it? Simply, you can take any method. Let me take transposition method over here. Let me take transpose method over here. X by 2 is equals to 27 minus 9. Why I am doing so? So the numbers can be together and the variable can be together or simply left behind because we have only one variable over here. So let me solve it. We will get 18, right? Now, here 2 is dividing my variable. So if I shift this 2 toward the right hand side, what I will get? I will get x is equals to 18 into 2, right? If I solve it, what I will get? 36. It means that 36 is the required number, right? So 36 is my answer. Now suppose you want to check if your answer answer is correct or not. So what you will do, you just take this value of x and put this value in your expression. Okay, so let me put it over here. Let me check if my answer is correct or not. So 36 divided by 2 plus 9. If I do it like this, what I will get? 27. And this was my left hand side. And what is my right hand side? Right hand side was 27. Since LHS is equals to RHS, my answer is correct. That means x is equals to 36 is my correct answer. So student, I hope you have understood what are equation, what are linear equation, how to find out solution for linear equation using different methods and some word problems. So that's all for this lecture, student. I hope you have understood the topics that we have covered in this lecture. See you soon in the next video. Till then, take good care of yourself. Keep learning, keep practicing.